But again, they're not sending anything in. They're just waiting. This colorist I've heard of who was doing a job with somebody I know, and he's just not sending the work in. It's just not coming in regularly or at all. You know, and an entire book comes up within like 3 days, 2 days before deadline. In fact, I've actually heard, I've read online that one of the colorist's strategies was to put things in right on deadline so there's no changes.
Yeah.
But don't get me started on all the colorists, because you'll be here all day and I'll be spitting feathers.
Fear. Nobody said fear. That's good for deadlines.
Fear, yeah.
Yeah, and bills.
Oh, bills, yeah.
Those are really the best way to force you TV on deadline.
I find that I don't think about money. Actually, it's not bills, it's just blind panic. And the best way to be able to meet deadlines, for those that asked, is to have them.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that's kind of slightly funny answer, but actually, years and years ago, when I first met Steve McManus from 2000 AD, who was a really brilliant editor, he edited 2000 AD in pretty much his heyday in the 80s. And he said to me really early on that deadline. It was written down on this kind of sheet that he gave to prospective artists, and it just said at the bottom, "Deadlines are your religion." And at the time, I thought, is that a bit kind of like fanciful, or is that a bit kind of melodramatic? But I can't think of any better way of describing what it's like being a comic artist than your deadlines are your religion, because your entire life, your entire focus, your entire sort of feelings and thoughts go towards meeting those in deadlines. Yeah, so maybe tell your mum to get more religious. You're drinking more beer. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll move on. Yanick started drawing. So I don't know if we can you see his stuff?
It looks like a shark.
He's got his hand around it. He's drawing at school. He's got his hand around it. Can't look.
Yeah, one of the fun thing with drawing Swamp Thing is that you just can't go wrong. You just can't. If you do like example.
So do you?
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh no! Look at this. I'm gonna just work. Something growing. No, that's my. There's
So that's the only reason you took this job on?
Yeah.
It was drawing Batman. It was too much hard work to get the lines in the right places. So I rang up and said, "Can I draw something that's really messy?" So do you pencil quite tightly when you're drawing?
No. Actually,
loosely.
Yeah, I work on a Cintiq tablet.
Oh right.
So I have a monster of a Cintiq tablet, which is the 24/8.
One of those new ones.
Monster.
We'll get it later. Sorry.
And so I can open on that thing the script in Photoshop at once, and I would just rough on the final file, you know, panel and thing, and I would just refine that first draft of layout to a final. So there's no really a moment.
So you just have like a page layout in Photoshop, and you just keep doing layouts, moving stuff around.
Sometimes if I need photo reference or information from outside, I can always bring that into the environment of Photoshop into another layer, which I will eventually discard. Or and it's.
I actually didn't realise you did digital work.
Yeah, well, for me it's very important that even though I'm working digital, that it doesn't show at all.
Yeah.
Not because I want to fool people necessarily, which I'm happy with. They think, oh, he is a genius inker, while I just use stuff like, but in Photoshop there is a filter which is called liquefied, and you can liquefy and make swirls and a very organic thing. And a lot of the green in Swamp Thing is just straight line being liquefied. So it takes no time at all, and then I can just flip it and make.
So have you moved to being fully digital just because of the flexibility that it offers you, or is it just because you enjoy doing it that way, or
yeah? Well,
why?
Part of it is when you draw stuff and it's just a bit off, like the edge just